Kia ora class. Today we're talking about popular view as an influence on people's participation. Our learning intention for today we're examining the societal influence of popular view and describing the implications of this influence for ourselves and for other people as well. Now, what is popular view? So popular view can kind of be considered synonymous, that means the same thing, as popular opinion. And the definition I have below is for popular opinion. So popular opinion, popular view, is a belief or sentiment shared by most people. The voice of the people, so to say. And that is from thefreedictionary.com. Essentially, popular view is the most common feeling or opinion about something. The most common response you would get if you asked everyone what their opinion on something was. So popular view determines what we perceive to be really hot, trending, popular, unpopular, acceptable or unacceptable right now in any form of physical activity. Okay, so it is just the most popular response, the most common feelings about what's acceptable, or the most common feelings about what is unpopular right now. Some popular views do change over time. You look at things like Pokemon Go, which was a real trend in last year. Now it's basically dead, okay? And that was basically, before Pokemon Go, the popular opinion was that no one really knew about it. When it was hot, everyone knew about it. Everyone, or the most common opinion was that it's something you should be playing. And now it's kind of back to the most common opinion being it's kind of a niche thing. Probably most people don't play it anymore. However, there are other popular views which take a lot longer to change. For example, masculinity in rugby. Basically, for as long as we've ever known, rugby has been seen as a very masculine sport, a very masculine pursuit. And only recently has that started to budge even a little bit. It's still got a long way to go, but it's just started to move a little bit. And popular view and media often have a really, really strong interrelationship. One often affects the other, and the other one affects it back. They kind of play off each other in terms of the messages that they send. Why does popular view affect self and others? Society has popular views and perceptions about all aspects of participation. Specifically, who should participate in activities, how people should look when they participate, how they should go about participating, and what it means to be a participant in that activity. So there will be a really common view, the most popular response to any of those questions about a particular activity. Society will have a popular view on the answers to those questions. Because it is the popular view, that is that most people have that opinion, generally society expects to see themselves and others fitting that mold, fitting that common perception. It can be really, really hard to question that perception if basically everyone else believes it, or basically everyone else feels that way. And it can also be equally hard to go against those perceptions. If the perception, the popular view is one thing, and you want to do the opposite, it can be really, really hard to get that going, get that off the ground, because so many people believe the opposite. The popular view about these aspects of physical activity will influence our thoughts and feelings about participation, which will in turn affect what our actual participation looks like, the actual participation levels that we can show. So I've got some examples here, and our first one is going to be golf attire. So I'm going to ask you, what should you wear when playing golf? I want you to have a really strong mental image in your head of a golfer, someone ready to play golf, ready to participate in golf. What do they look like? I want to show you some images now. I'm going to see how many of those images match up with your opinion. And we should be able to see if your opinion matches that of the popular view, if I've been able to predict it based on the popular view. So, does your golf player wear a cap? Okay, extra points if you thought of a really popular golf brand, Puma, Nike, Fairway, any of those brands, and you can see that on their cap. That's popular view. Are they wearing a polo shirt? Not often would you see many golfers wearing something else. The general opinion amongst society is that if you're playing golf, you wear a polo. I imagine they're probably in some nice golf pants, nice dress pants, not usually what you'd see someone participating in physical activity in. But for golf, that is the popular view. And I assume you will always picture a golfer wearing a golf glove. Again, that is the popular view of what it means to be a golfer, what it means to be prepared to play golf. Another example, dance and body shape. What sort of physique do dancers have? Again, come up with a mental image for yourself. What sort of physique does a dancer have? Are they quite slender? Very, very slender. Not a lot on their frame. Do they have quite strong looking legs? Their legs are doing so much work that they're quite strong looking. And do they have a really, really flexible sort of physique? They can move around and they can do things that other non-dancers can't. So how does popular view affect self and others? Popular view might mean that we try something new, might cause us to try something new, might influence us to try something again. It might make us feel pressure to participate or to not participate, to sit out. It might mean that we can't choose who we participate with. And it might mean that we have to participate in a very specific or prescribed way. It sort of determines how we can participate. It might also make us feel differently about our participation. And remember that these effects could be positive or negative. They could influence us positively or negatively. All right, we're going to talk about some themes now really briefly. Youth culture. Okay, culture is essentially a shared understanding and values across a whole group of people, not just the majority. So what are the popular views and values amongst youth that are so ingrained that they have become part of culture? So for something to become culture, it kind of first needs to be the popular view. And when everyone starts accepting the popular view, then it could be said to be part of the culture. So what things have become part of youth culture that were once the popular view? Sexism. Another good one you could talk about, comparing and contrasting the different messages about men and women or the messages directed to men and women. And again, you could talk about other themes, the body commodification, healthism, or globalization.